is up, you guys, and welcome to a very fall, cozy evening routine with the full explanation as to what time I go to bed, how I wake up early, and just what my nighttime routine looks like. We always start by walking Carl. Carl needs a couple walks a day because I swear he has the stamina of a big dog. He loves a good walk, especially in the fall. It's like the perfect temperature for him. And one thing that I've been doing, especially to prep for waking up early, is going down for a good stretch. So I go down back into the gym. I go right before 5 o'clock. And part of the 31 days to get ripped is to do a sweat or stretch. So we do a rollout day, and there is team no days off on that calendar. So right before I did my stretch, I went live in the fit gym. I work out with the girls in the fit gym. We work out side by side basically. So I usually check in with them either first thing in the morning or whenever I'm doing my stretch in the evening. So this day was technically a off day. So it was just stretching and some rolling. So good. I've talked about this before. It's honestly helping so much with my joints. And I had shared this on Instagram, how my knees were clicking. The rolling has helped so much, and being able to follow along on Apple TV is perfect. I usually light a candle or some incense, and it's perfect. And yes, I stretch and roll in my slippers because it was just that cozy. So the other thing I do is I don't usually turn on the lights in the gym. I just keep it dim. This is usually at sunset. I have a candle. I usually will use a resistance band as well and work my ankles. So like I said, everything is working to help my joints, to help any tight muscles, and it feels so good. It hurts in like the best way possible. I don't know how else to explain it. If you've never experienced this, you need to. You also need a foam roller. So I've bought a couple different foam rollers that are on their way from Amazon because I'm just really loving my evening routine of doing this. And I also feel like it's getting me better results in terms of my workouts and getting ripped because I'm lengthening and stretching out the muscles after I work them throughout the week, which are like intense, short but quick workouts. And then I usually, as part of the rollout, I do a quick stretch as well. So there's a little bit of resistance bands type of work with the ankles, some stretching, as well as the rollout. And I just follow along. It's about 20 to 25 minutes, super chill, peaceful, and a really good way to kind of chill out at the end of the day. Especially I noticed with ending the day, I tend to have a spike in stress, and I noticed that with my fitness tracker at about 5 p.m. So I noticed that would be the best time for me to wind down. As soon as I'm done my stretch, I will usually just clean up the kitchen. Any mess throughout the day, I'll wipe down the counters. Any food that we made or any coffee or whatever, I usually will empty the dishwasher, refill the dishwasher, clean the sinks out, and that type of thing. The other thing that I usually do is I will relight a candle. So first thing in the morning, I usually light a candle. We let it go a little bit throughout the morning and the first part of the day, and then throughout the middle of the afternoon, it ends up not going anymore. So I relight the candles, and I also lit the wax melt as well as this cute little poison apple candle holder. We had just all the candles going for the evening. So like I said, I will usually rinse out the sinks, I will usually do the dishes and light all the candles as well as the fake candles, especially around this time of the year. I like to light up all the fairy lights and the fake candles and the glow cubes and all of the things just to set the mood for the evening. One thing that I usually do headed into the evening time is I set up at the coffee table also. So I kind of get the coffee table prep for that, and I clean it down from the night prior as well. So I was actually setting up for the house tour during this evening. So I was setting up all the pillows and just getting the house ready for that. So we lit all of our Mickey Halloween candles. Carl was just watching all of the construction workers leave for the day, and right around 5 p.m. the house is spick and span, the candles are lit, the mood is set just as the sun is about to go down. So it was perfect. So I made my way upstairs with my little poison apple cuppy, and I actually turned down the bed. Usually I'll do this later in the day. It's always different, but this evening I did it a little bit earlier, and I just kind of unmake the bed and turn it down, and I add some blankets on top because I'm someone that I sleep with a multitude of different blankets. So I have that orange little quilted blanket, and then I have the pumpkin spice blanket, the Sherpa blanket. The other thing I do is I plug in my fitness tracker for the next morning, so I have that ready and I always have it charged. It doesn't need to be charged that much, but I just always make sure that it's charging. And then this was the first evening that we were able to use the hot tub. So with much pleasure, I went into the bins in my closet and I grabbed a bathing suit as well as some little slip-on slippers, a towel, a house coat, and a couple of goodies as well as my cuppy, and made my way down the stairs. And I told Andre to get his little butt down there as well. So like I said, this was literally like we had set the temperature, we were praying that it worked, and it did. And it was like the most cozy fall perfection ever. Listen, we're not done the backyard yet, but we were tickety-boo that we've come this far. So we are going to build a deck all around. I did a full video on just explaining all the construction, all the process, but this is going to be such a nice part of our evening routine. This hot tub really was just for Andre and I think it can hold about 6 to 8 people, but it's perfect for 2. And I'm really not down to have like a huge party in a hot tub. So I feel like just an evening wind down kind of little meeting at sunset will be so perfect. And look how cute the lights are in the hot tub. I love it. So once we were done with that, I feel like we need to do like a cocktail hour in the hot tub, but next time. So I put my slippers back on and made my way back inside. Carl was literally staring at us from the window as we were in the hot tub. And we're actually fully redoing this porch, so it'll be really cool once it's all glassed in and being able to do that. So then from there, Andre and I made our way back upstairs, and Carl was ready to chill out for the evening, and it was also time to feed him. So when we feed Carl, we usually also turn that into Margarita clock, and we always listen to Hollow Wishes. So we've been feeding Carl using a snuffle rug. It's just easier. He doesn't eat as quickly, and it just keeps him from getting sick or just getting too, excited about downing his food in a really, really quick manner. And it just makes him think a little bit, so he kind of digs for his food. So while Hollow Wishes was going, and as Andre was finishing up feeding Carl, I was making my evening margarita. This is definitely part of our evening routine. Like Hollow Wishes gets turned on and we make a mezcal smoky margarita. So if you've never seen me make this, this is how I make it. I put some Ancho Chili Reyes liqueur. I rim the glass with oak smoked sea salt. I add some lime juice. I've started adding a little bit of lemon juice as well, which is delightful. And then of course you need mezcal. Mezcal is basically like tequila. It's just a little bit more fancy and it's smokier also. And then I added in the ice cubes that didn't work from our cocktail video. I actually turned them into ice cubes instead of Jell-O. Whenever I tried to do Jell-O, it didn't work at all. And then Carl usually will stare from the upstairs balcony. This is literally exactly what happens every single evening. And then I will usually set up with some chippies in front of the TV and set up to work on that little pillow. I put it on the floor and then I just kind of sit on the floor and work. And usually work means editing videos, responding to YouTube comments, responding to emails. There's a lot on the go in October. I just keep telling Andre and my team, I'm like, I will sleep next year. It's fine. I also turned on Dark Shadows. I had never watched this movie before. Listen, it was a bit weird. It was good. It was very spooky and Halloween-y. Carl, if you guys did not see his reels on Instagram, you need to go see it. It was very cute. And I have been checking off different movies from the movie list from the Plan With Me video that I did, and it's been a really great way to track which movies to watch next. So next up, I wanted to have a bath. So I decided to go all out with this bath. And I've talked about this in prior videos and you guys were like, you need to do it. So I got these Cosmic Surge 4D Bath Experience crystals from Confectionery Soaps Co. They're amazing. And I'm so glad that I kept it for this video. So I actually decided to use both of them. Carl is a part of it all. You guys, this is so real life. He follows me everywhere I go. He's a part of it. It is what it is, especially when the camera's rolling. So one thing I did is decided to empty out the more fall scents. So this was all pumpkin berry crunch stuff. I took that out, lit a good candle. So this is a haunted holiday candle. And then I decided to chop up a new bubble bar. So I have this bubble bar chop knife from Confectionery Soaps Co. You guys, I will link it down below. You need one. You need one. Like, how vibey is this knife? It's so sick. It's literally meant just to chop up the bubble bar. Listen, I know it's bougie, but you need one. It's so sick. And I love there's like the writing on the knife. It's so sick. So I chopped up the Jack Skellington bubble bar. This is literally what it's for. So when you have a big bubble bar, you obviously don't use the whole thing. You chop it up. And we're going to do this. There's apparently people that TikTok these videos. I'm just trying to be cool, but it's very therapeutic. So once it was all chopped up, I put it in the little ornamental bathtub that I got at Michael's, and I put that next to the tub. So I'm going to use that. And basically when you put it under the water, it will bubble just like bubble bath. You can actually put in a little strainer as well. Someone told me that, and it will work that much better and bubble that much more. These are the bath crystals. Are you dying? Because I'm dying. This is the coolest thing of my life. It's like a magic potion. Okay, so a couple tips. If you do this, don't have any bubble bath in there at first. I added bubble bath after, but if you just leave it, And oh, the other thing too is you can actually hear it snap, crackle, and pop. So do it while you're in there. Listen, it was a learning process, but it was still phenomenal. So I added a bit of bubble bath after that, and then I did it again with the purple Cosmic Surge. So this just shows you, don't put the bubble bath in first, but it's still so cool, right? Could you imagine how much a kid would freak out at this? Listen, I'm a large child and I thought it was cool. I thought it was awesome. So the Oogie Boogie takes a bath. Bubble bath is what's in there. It bubbles like crazy, and it was the greatest smelling bubble bath ever. I read my spooky book, which is getting so good. By the way, had my little candle going. This was blissful. Literally like the best evening ever. Then I put on some body oil, some pumpkin berry crunch body oil, which I've basically been living in. And then I set up the bed for Carl. He was done for the evening. So I will usually close the blinds in our bedroom, shut the curtains, and then I made my way downstairs back into my office and I did my nails. So a lot of you guys asked about my nails. Thank you for thinking that I did them myself. I'm not that talented, bless your hearts. I don't even know how I'd begin to do this. These were actually press-ons. I got them from Spirit Halloween, so they probably still have them. So a couple tips. These are still on my nails now. They've lasted really well. So one thing I'll do is buff out my nails like with a nail file, and then I use this primer. So it's basically just a dehydrating solution for your nails, and then I put the quick dry nail glue on. I didn't use the glue that came with the kit. The kit basically just came with like the little stickies. I always make sure to push back the cuticles also. And my nails, honestly, like all the fake nails stayed on through our staycation and everything. The one thing I will say is the thumbnails kind of sliced in half right at the tip, but I just replaced it. So cute, right? Sally nails. I love them. I love this. I just want to say I love the Stitches nails, like the best, but I love it. And I was watching Hotel Transylvania. I think Hotel Transylvania is one of the best Halloween movies ever. I freaking love it. So in between this time, we had a team call and we also had dinner. Listen, there's only so much I can fit into one night, but I just want you to know we do eat dinner and we did have a team call and we hung out downstairs. The next thing that I did is I got all completely unready. So I just got these little exfoliating pads from the drugstore and I love them. They have like little exfoliating beads in them. And what I do is I use a oil-based cleaner to take off my eye makeup, and then I use a witch hazel to take off the rest of my face, basically. And then I use an exfoliating scrub. Listen, I go through a lot of cleansers, but it still takes every layer off. And then I'm loving this Sunday Riley ceramic slip face cleanser. It's just really soft and good for oily skin. So I clean off my face, take all my makeup off, and then I set my alarm. So in my 5 a.m. morning routine, you'll see me going to get my phone in the morning. I usually leave it there. I don't sleep with my phone next to me. This morning in particular, I was getting ready to leave the next day for our staycation. So I made sure to pack and get everything ready for our staycation. So I packed the book that I was just reading. I packed some workout clothes as well as some dressy clothes. And then I made my way over to the bed. So one of the biggest questions I get under every single early morning routine is what time I go to bed. So I will share all of that. The first thing that I do before I get into bed is I put on some face cream. I've been talking about Sunday Riley a lot. I love all of their stuff. I love their Good Genes lactic acid treatment. I use that daily. I use this night cream every single day. The Tidal cream, love it. And then I've been using this lip balm lip mask every night for the past couple years. I love it. And I use it during the day too. It's by Angie. So I keep that in my nightside table. And then I will usually sit up and read a good book as I go to bed. And I will try to wind down. So I'll either be in bed, to answer the big question is I will either try and be in bed by 10:30 at the latest. It'll sometimes push to 11:30. I'm not an early bedtime person. It's just not in me. And then I will not have my phone. I will do my best. Obviously, I'm not always perfect, but Carl and I will read and just try and wind down without any technology in the bed and just kind of chill out. So I hope that this gives you a good idea of how I wind down for the evening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. I always notice and I always appreciate the comments below. Make sure that you are subscribed and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, dudes.